Mizzy, I've got a question for you. So I know you've spoken a lot about social media and how that's impacted you, and that you want to sort of get a lot of this attention on social media yourself. Do you think that you doing this on social media will encourage other people to commit crimes that potentially could cause a lot of damage? And by damage, I mean it could cause somebody to, be incredibly injured or something like that. Do you think you've encouraged that kind of behaviour? And he's not answering the question. Do you think?
I don't understand this whole.
Do you want to be like a good
hey, no, hang on a second. You can do that to me. You're not doing it to a guest. You stare at another guest again, and I'm going to personally remove you. I'm not taking the mick. You glared at her in a threatening fashion. You do that, I'll drag you out by the hair, and you can be as hard as you pretend you are.
Things get a little testy over on TalkTV, British show TalkTV, and there's Mizzy. He's a prankster, a YouTube, online, TikTok, whatever kind of prankster that, in my opinion, these aren't pranks. These are things that'll get someone hurt, probably him. We talked about it a few weeks ago. But still, as he's talking about this, that host lost his damn mind because, as you saw, Mizzy stared at Reem Ibrahim that was asking him a very normal question, I thought. And he didn't want to answer. So it got even more intense, a little bit more uncomfortable. Watch more.
Drag you out by the hair, and you can be as hard as you pretend you are. You apologise to her right now, or you're leaving.
I respect you, but I'm done here.
Good riddance to bad rubbish. Threatening guests does not happen on my show under any circumstances. Reem, I'm very sorry, but the way he glared at you is not acceptable. Andre. We never should have had him on the show. I didn't even want him here. I think the guy's a complete and total fool. And the fact that I attempted to have a sensible interview with an idiot like that is absolutely disgusting.
Get him out of here.
Security, get the security from downstairs and get rid of him. Get rid of him, for Christ's sake.
Do you know what?
Get rid of him.
He's angry.
No, his co-host doesn't take him seriously. I don't know much about this guy, the host that is. Mizzy, though, has decided to try and apologize. I was a little surprised by that after he got all this attention for these types of videos. Before you jump in, Jess, about this tirade that the host is going on, first, let's remember what Mizzy has been up to.
Walking into random houses, let's get it.
Call me Skits.
Guys, I'm a Jew. Hello.
Hi.
You got a nice dog?
Sorry?
You got a nice dog?
She's lovely, yes.
Gang, whole lot of gang.
Apparently there's pranks and dog theft and joking about anti-Semitism and running in people's houses. That's what he's now apologizing for, and maybe his appearance came there. Didn't get much of a chance, Jessica, to apologize, but he wasn't saying much.
I don't think I've ever seen the host, the British host. I've never seen a mohawk bow tie combo. I think that's how we know things are about to get a little bit interesting. But all of these people, David Dobrik, I think, was one of the big ones in the United States, who are doing all of these dangerous stunts and pranks and just ridiculous things for views. It's not even like funny or interesting. It's just clickbait because it's controversial and people like watching the car crash. Do they want a lot of car crashes to happen? No. But this guy is going around causing mayhem. Why? I think you really need to consider a few things if you're gonna be this kind of person or wanna encourage this kind of behavior. Do you, as Mizzy, the prankster, enjoy it while it's happening? Is it fun making people uncomfortable and thinking you're gonna take their dog? I love my dog. I would be pissed if someone tried to take my dog. Does that make you feel good to make people feel like that? Are you enjoying it genuinely as a person, or are you doing it for another ends, which is clicks and views and money and clout, whatever it is? Are we also then using other people as pawns in that ends for you to receive money? All of the other people you're pranking and hurting in the process, do you feel good about that as well? And then it's like, what are we bringing into the world with this entertainment? Any new ideas, making people laugh? Is it positive? I have the same question for the people protesting LGBTQ rights at schools, protesting kids. Do you feel good when you get home at the end of the day about what you've contributed? Like, if you're against that, maybe show why marriage between a man and a woman is so great, right? Maybe give an example of that. I have a feeling that that's why that's not the tactic they're taking. I don't know, that's where I come at this.
See how well-adjusted the children are after all of this. But look, This is the other part about it, and this is the problem I had with Mizzy before. he's a young black man running up in people's houses, doing things like this, and people respond differently because of it. And he actually brought up Piers Morgan when he was fighting with him originally. And he goes, "You're saying it's because I'm black? A lot of people say and do things and respond to you because you're black. That's part of the problem." And I think it's also what Ibrahim was asking him. And honestly, that's when it turned to, "You're not gonna glare at her intimidatingly." I didn't see intimidating. I saw a blank stare, which could be annoying enough. But then again, then it turns into this blow up. I think it's an illustration of the reasons why not to be involved in these things outside of just victimizing people, but also just the response that you can get and to know who you are and understand the way people respond to you. Many ways, the way that host did.
That's a good contrast between Mizzy and someone like David Dobrik, who doesn't have the same response, but is also being a nuisance and has hurt a lot of people. So Mizzy pointing out that contradiction maybe is useful a little bit for that conversation.
Well, luckily he's not doing it here because it would have gone down way worse a long time ago.